How to stay consistent in dropshipping as a teenage entrepreneur or whatever, or just how to basically change your life really quick. It all comes down to discipline, stuff like that, and different tactics you could have. You see this whiteboard behind here? Well, I haven't really started using it in this room yet, but stuff like that is what will keep you consistent. I'm going to go over all of that stuff. But first of all, the last video's free 30-minute consulting call giveaway winner is RNG, asking how do you find a mentor. And Aaron, you can message me here on Instagram and we could just get straight to work. Same goes for you guys asking about mentorship, but there are some qualifications there, but you might as well take a shot. How do you find a mentor, Aaron says. And man, basically just ask people that's in the situation you want to be, but I'll make it, no, you want to call, so we can just talk about how you can find a mentor on the call or whatever. We'll figure that out later, but for now, happy Christmas, happy holidays to everyone, hoping you got exactly what you want and had a nice time with your loved ones. But for now, let's just go over like how you can stay consistent as an entrepreneur. Like the video, guys, like the video. So first of all, I just want to show you guys how consistency can help you a ton. You're going from there to there, that's the same, to there, to eventually ending up here, and then just scaling way past it. And just to show you guys like how consistency works. This was obviously scaling, so it wasn't really that hard because it's a skill of Facebook ads, but you gotta be consistent in some ways. And the first thing I see when it comes to being consistent, there are two things I think are really important here. The first thing when it comes to consistency is that you gotta get rid of some distractions. If you're playing a lot of video games, I definitely recommend you to not do that before later on in the evening. And for example, let's just say you just have a lot of distractions in general. Maybe if you have family, your wife is working, you're not, then you gotta be able to put in the work before they come home and stuff like that. You gotta plan your day, have a schedule, use a whiteboard or whatever, so you can plan everything out. I already written in the left corner here what I'm going to do today. This was the new one, so I haven't gotten far in it, but I've already written down something I'm gonna do today, and that basically helps me because just writing stuff down every morning that you want to get done, that'll definitely help you being consistent. But then there are people that's just way too lazy, so even though if they're writing something down, they still might not be consistent. But one thing that really worked for me, and this is different from people to people, because I had a friend, we used to do this, or I obviously had a couple of friends, not just him, but this was back in the business days, way before I made any success, way before I hit my first 1K date, or just to say it simple. And we were trying out this trick, but it never worked on him. It always works on me. That's why you guys gotta figure out what's your type of way to work and what fits you. So what we basically did, we took on our backpacks, put the Mac in it, and my garbage computer, I didn't have a Mac, but we put the computers in it. And then we traveled down, sometimes we went to the library, and we might have ordered pizza there or not. But we might have gone to the library, we might have gone to a nearby school and sit outside and work, whatever. And for me, I was so productive. Then we were doing product research, by the way, and I found a ton of products. So basically what I figured out with this friend was that I was really productive when we went outside and did stuff like that. I'm still to this day, I'm driving places all the time, just me, myself, to put in some work, and that worked really well for me. But for him, the only way he was productive was when he was in his room. He was just sitting in front of his gaming computer in his room, turning the lights off or whatever, and just doing a ton of product research while listening to Gary Vaynerchuk. I have no idea, something like that. So we all got to figure out like where are we productive and what works for us, because for me it worked with a completely different thing than for him. But there's also a certain point where you have to discipline yourself enough that maybe the thing that works better for him and not for me, that I gotta be able to do both. So I want to be able to, I can't just only switch up my environment to make results. I gotta be able to make some on this boring place, on my office, maybe in the car, and the library, and maybe in another room. I gotta optimize for that, and I gotta be able to do it. But optimize your workspace towards work. Yeah, I have my bed in here where I work a lot, but this is usually just where I film my videos. I usually bring another computer into another room to put in some work, or I'm at the office. That totally depends. You gotta optimize your workspace for work. So if it's your bedroom, if there's a lot of video games there, maybe like make a new account on your computer that has no games installed. You could do simple things like that. And then it's coming down to getting up in the morning. You gotta get up in the morning, you gotta get your things done. If you have a dog, for example, you should get up in the morning, walk your dog as quick as you can, and make a good breakfast, and to get all of that stuff done first. Just a really simple stuff. Maybe just take a shower, stuff like that, because it will keep you more productive. And the second you're done with your dog or with your shower, you make food, and then you go straight down the computer, and now really comes a decision on, are you going to be productive or to not today. If you're not going to be productive today after a breakfast and you went down to your computer, then you turn on a game or you start watching YouTube videos randomly. Now it's time for you to take action. If you are productive today, anyhow, you start working on your store. Maybe if you have a new store, you start working on the store. Try to start taking it from zero and upwards. Like you install the thumbnails, all the banners, maybe you make a logo and you make a product page. And once all of that is done and 2 hours has passed, if you're waking up early, at least the clock would still just be 12 in the middle of the day. So what do you do now? Because this is where people fail. They might do some work and then it might stop. So, but your ads are not up, and you say, no, I'm gonna wait with them tomorrow. Nonsense. Just put in 1 more hour, and the clock is all of a sudden 1, and you launch your ads, and your ads is running. So there's nothing really to do. So you can just play video games. But instead of doing that, you just do one freelance job. So you want to set up one thing you want to do each day. So maybe let's say for you though, if you're a little bit experienced and you're making your first Shopify store, goal of the day on your whiteboard or wherever, I'm going to make the store, I gotta have product descriptions ready, and you basically just today I'm going to get everything ready for advertising and what's in detail, and then you'll advertise tomorrow. What's your extra task that day? That could be to close a digital web design deal, or you close your deal could just be your goal for that day could be something like deal closing. So like 2 years ago when I was starting the store, I always had the daily goal of making my ads, looking for products for 2 hours every single day, and then close one deal. Closing the deal every day, that might be hard, so I didn't always manage to do it, but it kept me going. So you guys want to make sure, honestly, how to stay consistent as an entrepreneur or in dropshipping in general is just to get rid of distractions. And now into the dropshipping side of things. If you want to stay consistent there, you need to test new products. And if a product fails, because I see a lot of people, and there's also people in coaching, that test some people, no, they test some products. And after they tested it, they test like 3 and then they give up sort of, but they take a break. So they test products and then they come back to me 2 weeks later and they're ready to test again, and there goes 3 weeks by and they come back and test again, and then they take a week off for no reason, maybe they just lost motivation, and then come back. Keep this in mind, guys. Instead of testing 3 products in one day and all failing, it's better to test 3 products a week. So you test one testing Monday to Wednesday, test new one from Wednesday to Friday, and from Friday to Sunday, and repeat the cycle, because you will keep yourself consistent. And all of a sudden, when you do that, you will find a winning product. So that's way better than just doing stupid stuff that mentally burns you out. You're not getting burned out by testing 3 products a day and building up a store, but things that mentally will burn you out when you launch 4 products and the total cost is $400 and all of them fail. Maybe it would be better to do one from Monday to Wednesday, Wednesday to Friday, Friday to Sunday. That might be a way smarter strategy. So yeah, that's basically how we can stay consistent as a dropshipper. Once you get results, like, you're really lazy if you can't stay consistent then, because like once you start scaling, you go from, like I showed on the pictures here, you go from 200 to 500, 500 to 1K, 1K to 7K in like a short amount of time. Like you will always just stay consistent because you're making a lot of money, so it's easy, just to keep pushing out the ads, scaling, making more money. That won't really be a problem. But then there is the part of staying consistent until you get to a certain point, and that will be hard. So the only way to do it simply is to get rid of distractions. So test products, just like I said, instead of testing all at a time, and once one of them works, just change your ads once every single day. That shouldn't really have a discipline to do, because everyone, if they're making money, should obviously want to make more. So that's not really that hard. Short version, I don't even remember anything of what I was talking about, but number 1, switch up your environment sometimes, but number 2, just honestly just get out there and do it, because there's a lot of people asking about discipline that really just gotta get out and do it. Because if you ask how to stay disciplined because you want to find a winning product, that means you just gotta test 3 products a week. That should be simple. When you don't feel like setting up a description for a product, when you don't feel like adding pictures and making the ads, that will take you 30 minutes. Please just put it in, and then you could go back to your video games later or whatever. But like, seriously, don't get in a situation where you're waiting on launching a product, where you were supposed to launch it on Friday but you launched it on Sunday. That could have been a whole product already tested. So you want to test consistent. That's really important. Test consistent. And I already gave you guys a plan. Test from Monday to Wednesday, Wednesday to Friday, Friday to Sunday. 3 products every week. Should get you a winner pretty quick, unless you absolutely know what you're looking for. And with that, I'll just say Happy Christmas, everyone. And that's basically what I came up with today. I don't feel like this video was so good. Anyways, guys, if there's anything you need, I'm gonna make the look like video. It's gonna be while I'm gonna go for a holiday soon, but I'm gonna keep you guys posted while I'm there. So that's gonna be cool. And this is more like on the mindset end of things video. So I'll talk to you later, and have a good one. Make sure to subscribe.